Hey guys, today in Art Club with Miss Burford, we're going to make around the world pictures. You will need a selection of pictures of landscapes and landmarks, a sheet of watercolour paper, a sheet of normal paper or card, felt tip pens, a pencil, watercolours, a paintbrush, a glue stick, a pot of water and some scissors. Before this lesson, you'll want to gather a selection of landmarks and landscape pictures and print onto either A4 or A5 paper, depending on what scale you're going to work with. Firstly, cover your sheet of watercolour paper with water. Ideally, you could do with a bigger paintbrush than what I've got so it doesn't dry up so quickly, but this is all I had to hand. Then you can add the colours that you want for your sky, so I'm just going for a simple blue on this one, or you could do sunset colours, but the idea is that you just put the watercolours on lightly, and this is a great introduction for children that are first using watercolour, because it doesn't matter if the water helps the paint spread a lot, it's great to learn how much you can and can't control it. So the idea is I'm leaving white areas for the clouds, and then around that there's going to be darker and lighter sections of blue for the sky. Keep going until you fill the whole page. I'm working with A5 so it's quicker than working with A4. Whilst you leave that to dry to one side for now, you can move on to your other piece of normal paper or card, and then you're going to just draw some air balloons like an oval shape with a flat bottom on the one side, 2 lines off it, and then a little trapezium shape and some cross hatching for the basket. Very simple, but you can draw them for any size. You can have a selection, or you can just do one big air balloon if you wanted to. Decorate your air balloon however you want. You could add spots, stripes, stars, or leave it plain. I just went for the traditional stripes, so I curved it to the shape of the air balloon. Colour in the hot air balloons with felt tip pens, and if you want to you can outline them with a black felt tip. I find this helps make them stand out a bit more, but that's completely optional. Cut these out as neat as you can and keep them individual. It doesn't matter about the little square bit between the balloon and the basket, that can stay there. Now you can choose either your landscape or your landmark picture that you want to go with. I've gone with Big Ben. Being from Britain, I thought I'd better represent my country. So I did everything to the scale of A5, so that's why I've got 2 pictures on the A4 sheet of paper. But I'm just going to cut around the shape of Big Ben as neatly as I can and as close to the outline of the building as I can. The base of your picture should have some nice corners and straight lines so that this will line up with the edges of your paper that you've painted your watercolour onto. It's really important to get into all the nooks and crannies of either your landscape or your landmark picture so that it creates a nice clean silhouette. Your watercolour background should be dry by now, so you can go ahead and line up your landscape or your landmark picture to the corner. If you look, I've got a little gap down the side of this. It doesn't matter because we can cut that off a bit later on. But your landmark or landscape should fill up most of your watercolour picture, and when you're happy with it, go ahead and stick it down. Decide where you want to put your hot air balloons. I'm going to put mine at an angle flying over Big Ben and over the London Eye. You'll want to play around with the composition before you stick it down into place. I'm just going to go back and neaten up this one edge so I haven't got this weird bit of sky showing all the way down the one side of the page. And that's that one finished. I'm going to show you another example very quickly of what else you can do. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more art lessons like this on a Monday and other art related videos every other Thursday. See you next week for more art with Miss Burford.